So that's how this Nigerian UK-based man went from being a landlord, to begging in the street. See, before you tell people about anything, your investment, about anything, please make sure you know the kind of people you're sharing your information to, or else you will learn the hard way. So this man, Mr. Wolabi, who has been in the UK for over 10 years, he's a UK citizen. He has settled somehow, but things are not just going the way they should, especially financially. So he approached the council. If you live in the UK, you know what the council is. He approached the council to say he is homeless and he has 4 children. So the council looked into his situation, and because where he was renting just a single room with 4 children and a wife, the council said, okay, we're going to help you. They gave him a 2-bedroom where he was staying with his family. But things started getting better. He himself started working, earning good money, and his wife. So they decided to go for a mortgage, and then fortunately for them, they got a 3-bedroom. So when they got this 3-bedroom, they were meant to leave the council house and then go into that 3-bedroom, but they became very greedy. They decided to say, you know what, we will rent out this 3-bedroom while we're still staying in council house, so that by the time we make more money from renting our property, we can now leave council house. So unfortunately for them, they went and rented it to a fellow Nigerian man who has been in the UK, a very crazy man with his own family and all his issues, who has not been working for a while, but he started working. And then he approached them because fellow Nigerian, Yoruba to Yoruba, and they had an agreement. So this other man moved in with his family. First 2 months, 3 months, he was able to pay. After some months, the man stopped paying, and this guy was like, man, you have to pay me because this house is a mortgage and I need to keep paying these people back. Why are you not paying me? The guy said, what is it? So peradventure, this man has already told this his new tenant that he lives in a council house and this is just his side business. So this is new tenant now started threatening him. What is it? Are you not living in a council house? Are you meant to be living in a council house? If you like, I will not even pay again. That was when this guy knew that he has messed up. He now started begging him, but this guy refused. This guy told him, go and do your worst. It got to a point where for like 10 months, this guy was not able, for so many months, this guy was not able to remit to the bank people. That's how the bank people came. And this same guy who was giving letter to leave the house, he refused. And what he did was he went and reported this guy to the council to say, this guy is committing fraud. He's living in a council house, whereas he has another house. When the council did their investigation, they found out it was true. That's how they sued him. Because he couldn't pay for the mortgage people collected their house and all of that. And now he's in council house. He's also in a very big trouble. He's in a big mess. What is the end behind this story? Before you rent your house to anybody, make sure you know the kind of people you're renting to. And before you start sharing your secrets, it's not everybody that should know your secret. There are some things it should be kept between you and you alone. Don't go about saying some of those things, even though he wasn't doing the right thing, but he shouldn't have told that tenant that this was what he was doing. And he should have left that council house and moved into his own house. Even if he wanted to rent that property, he can rent one of the rooms out when he moves into the house. But unfortunately for him, it has backfired. And now he's in court with council because council said it's a fraud case. So share this video if you live in the diaspora in the UK, and please don't commit this kind of blunder. Cheers.